What is ranked anxiety? In layman terms, anxiety is worrying about the outcome of something that you don't have much control over. Ranked anxiety exists for a lot of people, whether it's League of Legends, Overwatch, or any game with a ranked mode. Climbing the Overwatch ranked ladder and improving is always an appealing prospect, but each game is different with hero picks and allies that you have no control over. If you head into ranked, you could get thrown into a situation that you have little control over besides your own action. For some people, this unease is enough for them to steer clear of that ranked button. Overwatch has great replayability, but a lack of consistency. It's both a blessing and a curse, a double-edged sword. You can go into Hanamura 100 times and it's a different game every single time. Teamwork in this game trumps solo carrying ability for the most part, which is not necessarily a bad thing. If you have seen Overwatch Esports, teams can execute well-coordinated team compositions and strategies that demonstrate how Overwatch can be played at a higher level. When people queue up for ranked, we are in a completely different setting. Competitive Overwatch can be unsettling for those who come in from games such as League of Legends or CSGO, where individual skill has a greater impact. A lot of people who head into ranked play with a negative mentality. They head into ranked with the mindset of planning to climb, but not to lose competitive points. This puts you at a mental disadvantage as you aren't playing to win, but more so to not lose. By putting unnecessary pressure on yourself before the game even starts, you are already heading into a match fretting the possibility of defeat instead of either how you can win with your team composition or improve. This mindset is delicate like a house of cards. The slightest bit of negativity or a mistake that gets your team killed can cause you to tilt for the rest of the game. Instead of playing not to lose and climb points, you should use ranked as an environment to improve yourself, both situational knowledge and mechanics, instead of obsessing over your border color. This way, win or lose, you walk away with something more substantial than if you queued up worried about having a net gain in points by the end of your ranked session. Another recommendation is to take time to reflect on not what the game-winning play was or the mistake that cost you the victory, but on your own performance. Think about what you did well, what you could have improved on. And as you queue up for the next game, remind yourself about your goals that you've set out to accomplish. People don't change overnight. There are those who can give you tips, but to really have their advice stick, you need to be proactive in applying them. One method I recommend is opening up an Excel sheet or a notepad and writing down your rank, who you were playing, what went wrong, and what you learned from each game. This way, you can keep track of your progress with different heroes and pick out reoccurring bad habits you might have, like peeking too much or trickling in. As for teammates, many people often complain about things their team did wrong, but if they were to ask themselves what they did wrong in their previous game, they come up at times empty-handed. If this sounds like you or how people describe you, then you really need to start thinking about your own gameplay and how you could have done more to compensate for the mistakes of your team, rather than focusing on them. The one thing you can control in this game is your own performance. This is something that you can actively work on and know that it will help you as a player overall, rather than complaining about random teammates that you will probably never play with again. A great tool to help you improve your ranked experience are statistic tools. These will point out what you might be doing right and wrong on certain heroes. For instance, you might be getting a lot of kills on McCree, but you might be dying a lot. This could mean that you need to work on positioning and timing for your ultimate. One last piece of advice is that ranked is about the journey and not the destination. If you really cared about having the rank you want, you might as well go and just buy an account somewhere. But you haven't yet. There's still that part of you that wants to improve as a player and enjoy the satisfaction of reaching these ranked milestones. Season 2 might have been horrible for you, and if your rank is unsalvageable, then just work on preparing for Season 3. Between seasons, you can work on improving a handful of heroes that can fill in different roles so you can confidently head into Season 3 with heroes that you can play well consistently. There will be bad games, you will have bad teammates, but don't let this discourage you from playing ranked. To combat the anxiety of losing points and the lack of control over your team is to just concentrate on improving yourself by playing smarter and to relax. Are you one of those people who fret over ranked games? Let me know if this video helped you. And if you liked the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. As always, make sure to subscribe to Akshon Esports.